Hello, this quick little video is to show you how to use the PAI Vault example application for pass-through anonymization. It's actually really quite simple. First thing you need to do is use the Step 1 button. The Step 1 button will have you load data. Basically, pick any CSV file. We'll go ahead and pick this one here. And what it'll do is it'll load that file into the application. Now you'll notice for this example, we've got an account number, there's some PII fields, the name, date of birth, gender, basically just example fields that'll show you how to use that data. There's also some, product category, goods and services. This is data that would just go along with all the PII. So once this is loaded, you click Step 2, define schema. What that's going to do is load each of the different columns that we just saw in here. And your next step is to go through and define which of these are PII and which of them are not. If they are PII, you have to define what type of PII they are. So the account number is the unique key to the individual. It's important to realize that every schema must have one and only one unique key to the individual. After that, I'm just going to go through here and hit the first letter of these things. So first name, last name, date of birth, gender, address, city, state, zip, phone, email. Now I can come through and on these say it's a non-PII data field, or I can just leave it blank. It's the same thing. The next column, grouping, this particular file only has one address, one phone number, one email. Now, if there were multiple addresses, I could go through and I could put the street address and the city and the state and the zip code together for one address into group 0, and another address into group 1, and a third address into group 2, that sort of thing. Last thing you need to do is pick what fields you're going to redact from the output data. Typically, those are going to be the things that you're not going to want to use later on and you don't want to expose. So for instance, the unique key, we're going to redact that. We're also going to redact the first name, the last name, the date of birth. We're going to leave gender, address, city. Oh, no, actually, the street address, we're going to redact. We're going to leave city, state, and zip because we may want to do analytics on those. Phone and email are definitely going to be redacted. And of course, we're not going to redact the data fields. After this, last step, 3, view results. You provide the credentials. And then voila, the data that we had is anonymized. There's the polyanonymous ID. There's the PII fields we did not redact. And then there's the data. The other thing you want to keep an eye for is you need to set up a Vault profile. So that Vault profile will be just a name, then the account ID and API key for 2 different accounts. To do the redaction that we just did, you only need 1 pair, although I think this window is going to ask for 2, and you need the URI. But when we do the next demo, which is to match different anonymized data sets, you're going to need 2 different accounts to do that. Save those settings, and away you go. If you want to clean out what you have, any profiles you may have loaded, just feel free to use the purge accounts. The other thing we can do here is re-identify data. And this just shows you how it works. The endpoint may or may not be available in your copy of the Vault. It's not available in all Vaults. It's absolutely a licensing thing. So because I've already done this and I have results, when I click on re-identify, I'm going to populate those poly IDs. Here they are. Click re-identify. Again, I'm going to use an account. It's important that it's the same account as I anonymize them with. And there, I'm pulling in the PII that I have for those items. So that's it. That's how you use it. Feel free to email us if you have any questions. Thank you.